Witam from BA. This is a Rorschach Poland update from the 11th of July 2024. A quick summary of what's going down in Poland. Last week, on Thursday the 4th, over 350 Polish journalists staged a protest because the government ignored their demands over copyright violations. According to the Polish media, global digital giants are stealing and publishing their content on their websites to collect advertising profits. After the protest on Saturday the 6th, the Left Party, a member of the ruling coalition, encouraged the other coalition parties to adopt new legislation in parliament to prevent content from being stolen. Prime Minister Tusk invited media members for dialogue and further negotiations. Moving on to the European elections. On Thursday the 4th, the main opposition, the Law and Justice Party, announced that they would not support Ursula von der Leyen, the current European Commissioner, who will stand for re-election in the European Parliament. The party accused her of undermining the sovereignty of Poland and other states in order to empower the EU. She also supported the Green Deal, the set of EU policies to fight climate change. However, the Law and Justice Party opposed it because some new policies included a decrease in the amount of CO2 the country can emit and a lower pesticide allowance for farmers. In the meantime, other nationalistic groupings from Spain and Romania in the European Parliament also announced that they would not support her. If she fails to gather 361 votes out of 720 MPs in the European Parliament, the member states should put up another candidate. The election will take place within this month or September, depending on the density of the EU's calendar. On Monday, the 8th, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited Warsaw to meet with Tusk. As a result of the meeting, the two countries signed a new security agreement for arms supplies that Poland will send to Ukraine. Most importantly, Poland announced a new program to train Ukrainian volunteers living in the country to fight in the war against Russia. After the training, the Polish army will give them some military weapons and protective body equipment from its arms reserves. Speaking of Ukraine, on Friday the 5th, the head of the Office for Foreigners announced that they removed Ludmila Kozlovska, a Ukrainian activist, from the country's undesirable people list. Kozlovska went to Poland in 2007 to study and run a human rights foundation with her husband. From 2015 until 2018, under the Law and Justice Administration, she raised her voice against human rights violations and criticized the justice system. However, in 2018, the government's internal security agency expelled her from the country and banned her entry to Poland and EU countries. However, leading EU members such as Germany, Belgium, Great Britain, France, and Switzerland did not support the decision, saying it was political, and allowed her entry. In unrelated news, on Wednesday the 10th, President Andrzej Duda stressed that he will not accept any law that will legalize abortion in the country. On the other hand, the parliament established a special parliamentary committee to discuss 3 abortion-related bills proposed by the ruling coalition. The situation undermined the efforts of the MPs to agree on a common abortion law. Despite Duda's statements, the parliament will try to reach an agreement on a new abortion law this week. Let's move on to ecology. On Monday the 1st, Warsaw kicked off the project of a Clean Transport Zone, or CTS. According to the project, liquefied petroleum gas, or LPG, cars older than 27 years old, LPG vehicles that don't meet Euro 2 standards, diesel cars older than 19 years old, and diesel vehicles that do not meet Euro 4 standards are banned from entering the city center. This is a first CTS in Poland, while throughout the EU there are 320. The country implemented this project to reduce CO2 emissions and encourage people to use more environmentally friendly cars or public transportation. On Saturday the 6th, the Polish smog community also called on the government to expand public transportation. However, Law and Justice opposed the project and blamed the Warsaw mayor for cooperating with global electric car giants so that they could sell their cars in Poland. In recent years, the cases of priests molesting small children have increased in church facilities such as kindergartens, schools, and parish groups. On Tuesday the 9th, the Archdiocese of Warsaw launched a prevention team that will monitor church facilities and protect minors from abusers. The team will check the background of priests and other employees to make sure they have no criminal record and teach them what to do if they detect any abuse. On that note about church, on Tuesday the 8th, priest Rafał Głowczyński opened a café without a price list in Warsaw. He said that everyone can visit his café, drink whatever they wish, and pay as much as they can. If they can't afford to pay, no problem, it's on the house. However, cell phones and alcohol are forbidden. He especially invites people who don't have many friends so they can meet new people. The café will also host some special events, such as board games and karaoke. Next up, the country is fighting against illegal drug production. On Tuesday the 9th, Polski Radio, an online media outlet, compared the drug situation in Poland to the famous Netflix series Breaking Bad, where a chemistry teacher started making methamphetamine on a caravan in the countryside and quickly became rich. Similarly, the police announced that they had closed down 33 illegal methadone factories in the countryside across Poland, down from 56 in 2023 and 42 in 2022. Chemists use abandoned farms, barns, or production halls of defunct companies as their production centers. They prefer to produce methadone because it is easy to make by hand and is way cheaper for customers compared to other drugs such as cocaine. Polski Radio stated that 2 pounds of methadone cost $2,000, while 2 pounds of cocaine cost at least $30,000. In other news, on Thursday the 4th, a police officer detained a 41-year-old man who was driving a car despite a court ruling prohibiting him from driving. When police checked his license and after realizing that the man had violated the law, they tried to detain him. Despite the man trying to give the police $180 in bribes, they arrested him and confiscated the money as proof of a bribe. The man will now face trial and up to 10 years of imprisonment for violating the driving ban and bribing a police officer. Have you ever been to a beach that is 4,000 feet above sea level? This summer, Guwalowska Point in the Tatra Mountains hosts an artificial beach with a nice mountain view for those who cannot go on vacation in hot seas. There will be Hawaiian days, beach rugby, Zumba dances, and regional games such as limbo. Admission to the beach is free of charge. Moreover, from the 20th to the 28th of July, the Tatra Festival of Minerals and Jewelry will take place on the beach. However, not all water sources are safe for bathing. On Tuesday the 9th, the European Environment Agency and the European Commission experts published a report about water quality in the country. 85% of bathing areas are of excellent quality, while 1.5% of them are in poor condition, meaning that they contain bacteria that lead to several diseases. The report warned people to be careful when selecting natural swimming areas in the country, as Poland ranked the lowest in the EU for bathing water quality. Moreover, the report also indicated coastal sites in the Baltic Sea are safer than inland waters, as only 80% of inland waters have excellent water quality. And that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. As you must know by now, we do not only make podcasts, we also do other cool projects. Right now, Rorschach is developing a new app designed to help you make decisions within a group of people, like choosing a restaurant or a movie. Would you be interested in giving it a try? If so, please email us at info@rorschach.com. We'll give you early access to the beta version as soon as it's ready. Do zobaczenia!